the leaders of the Republican Party, and I have 2 minutes. I'll get right to the point. 2 nights ago, there was a debate here in Asheville before the Black Republicans of Western North Carolina, and yesterday there was a write-up of that put out by the blog for the John Locke Foundation, and I'll read one paragraph of it exactly the way it was written. Armour wowed the crowd with his photographic memory, quoting from his pocket constitution and giving examples of how history ought not to repeat itself. He even called the panel multiple times on flawed premises in their questions. He has participated in all 3 branches of the government at the national level and remarked that he was serving on the Supreme Court. That's an error, I'll get to that. Before Democrat Heath and Schuler was born. Armour attested to the self-regulation private sector choice would impose on existing government monopolies and blamed self-serving lawyers, I have a right to do that since I'm a member of the trade, seated as legislators for many government ills. He admitted he would be one of 435 votes, but intends to build coalitions to attack government waste. Now, I was not serving on the Supreme Court. It's only about every 5 years a lawyer gets sentenced to that. However, I did win a case in the Supreme Court when Heath Schuler was in short pants and not yet in kindergarten. I have experience. I have knowledge. I have the willingness to fight hard. You want that seat, the 11th district seat in Congress, back. This is a conservative district. You have a right to get that back. If there's any chance for the Republicans to take the House, you have to hold that seat. I will do that for you. And I bet that's less than 2 minutes. I will also pass copies of this out because it has a paragraph about Mr. Campbell and a paragraph about Mr. Mumpower. And this is not a biased write-up because...
Next, Spence Campbell.
Good evening, and thank you, Buncombe County and Asheville, for your hospitality and for welcoming those of us that aren't from around here. But I'm not from far away. I just live down the road in Hendersonville. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight and to celebrate what this party stands for and to listen to Senator Dole. To pick up on an earlier comment, this is all about teamwork. And in the context of the Constitution, teamwork means, for a representative, servant leadership. That's a term that I heard a lot in church, but it also applies to your United States congressman, because servant leadership means that person serves the people, which in the last time I read the Constitution was pretty obvious that that's what the founders intended. If you elect me to be your congressman, that's what you're going to get, a servant leader who will work for you, who will work for the people of Western North Carolina to solve the problems that we all face in an equitable and fair way for every citizen of this district. And I ask your vote to give me the chance to help you do that. Thank you.
I'm Carl Mumpower. I'm delighted to be with you this evening. I'm a little disappointed in our setting. I was hoping that Rick would come up with something a little fancy. It's lovely, and you all are lovely. It's a great looking group. It's a great night. It's a special night. We're fortunate to have you here with us. Thank you for listening to us for just a moment. I want to lay a hand, an honest hand, on Washington. I want to start with waste, and I have a consistent history of doing that in Asheville, being a watchdog for waste, job one. Number two, I want to be fair. I don't care if you're black or white, rich or poor, a businessman or an ordinary man. I don't care who you are, you deserve what's fair, no more and no less. We're in this together. I want to concentrate on real problems. Heath Schuler was lauded in the paper today or yesterday for getting the NFL to let churches broadcast ball games. That's nice. But how about Social Security? How about our foreign entanglements and terrorists? How about health care coverage in America? How about a host of other problems, and the big one on the horizon, our economy? And when you get done with those big problems, then let's go after the nonsense. I also believe in doing the right thing. It's not easy to do the right thing. These knees, these skinny knees of mine have shaken many be the time on city council. I would not be here, by the way, if it wasn't for the liberal city council in Asheville, North Carolina. They have taught me. Oh, am I out of time? Time's up. I've got 30 more minutes here, Nathan. Thank you very much.